So we sailed around Ireland and back into Glasgow again, where that was the terminal for the Elizabeth and the Mary. And we unloaded and put us on a train, sent us down to London.
Did you see some pretty scenery? What did it look like?
Beautiful country. I mean, Scotland. I liked Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
And you went over by rail to Edinburgh, and then down to London. Put us in a British camp overnight, and
Were they nice? Were those people nice to you?
oh, they're nice. I like the Scottish people.
Uh-huh.
Very friendly. But and over in where they put us to sleep for the night was just corn, some more of those high beds, and no cover, just like corn shucks in a bed.
They put that was your mattress?
Yeah, and of course you're just there overnight. Next day in a railroad road on the way to France, and we went across the channel. Another night, where I arrived in France, they took us in this big room and called out your name and Bowden.
That's always what they do.
So we got over there and they figured, he said, well, you're going to the 3rd Cavalry. And I said, I'm infantry. I was trained in infantry. I've never been in the cavalry. I don't know anything about military vehicles. I've never been in a Jeep, never been in a 2.5 ton truck or anything. He said, well, that's what it says. So I went to the cavalry, not even knowing what it was all about. And unfortunately, he put me on a Jeep when I got to the cavalry. He said, you're assigned to this Jeep. And it never had a full crew because of the casualties at the Battle of the Bulge were so severe. We just had a driver and a gunner, and I was the gunner and driver too. We swapped off, but the 3 would have been 3 normally on
Normally it would have been 3.
3.
But you had 2. And you loved that Jeep.
Did. I really would like to have brought it back to the States with me. I really felt you had your duffel bag that you threw in the back with you, and you had a big, what am I trying to say, steel mount for our 30 caliber machine gun that was the gunner. And you had all kinds of small bags of sand because the Germans had so much road mines blowing up, and if they blew up on it, it'd take your legs off. It felt a little better with the sandbags there, but I don't know if they did much good. Anyway, but in the front of the Jeep, where the windshield would normally be, there was a big metal plate with eye slits in it where you could look down. And the mission of the Jeep was to run down the road ahead of the tanks to see if there were any German tanks down there.
Kind of a front line thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. Our mission was to stay in touch with the German army, to know where they were, what they were doing, and if we couldn't handle the element and go ahead, we were attacking, then we would go to the left or right and try to go around them. And
I bet your adrenaline was pumping.
It was.
That would be
I
something.
can still hear the click of the snap of the bullet going by you, you know. You know they were pretty close. I really didn't think I was going to live more day to day.
Mm-hmm.
And, but that's what it was.
So did you find the Germans when you went in your Jeep? You were supposed to find them
Yeah,
and come back and report,
yeah.
and you did find
Oh,
them.
that's it, every day.
Okay.
That was about our mission. Out to work, a lot of shooting going on. And to me, the worst, we did have a few little battles with villages where you would come, the Germans would have an element there that we had to dismount and get down behind our little light tanks. I was running behind one of the tanks in a village. They were going 2 tanks abreast down the main street, and I was with the right hand on one, and we were hit by a mission, by not a fragment. I'd been dead if it had been some other, just a sound impact. It might have been maybe not a cannon, but a missile. Anyway, it knocked me down to the ground. I think it either badly wounded or killed the fellow who was by me. And I just struggled up, and our tank was knocked out. And I don't know what happened to them, but we staggered back into the
Good morning,
Really?
everybody.
Good morning.